Sorry.
Okay. So Sarah, and this is your first week?
Yes. Or second week. Second week, actually.
Okay, good.
It's our third day.
Okay, so we are in the office on Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, our weekend staff. Sarah and Raquel, you are on training now. Michelle and Stephanie has been training you over the past 2 weeks. Okay, look, so this is your second week. Is there anything that you are not clear understanding as to how the team system works? Is there any question on the operation or anything at all?
Yes, I have actually a question. I wanted to know, like, from the way we get our leads and how the lead and everything flows throughout the whole team. So from how, if I have a lead and there's a buyer, who contacts the buyer, or like which department it goes to, like what, you know, like if a patient, or a client were to call and they were to ask you, like, hey, I'm interested in buying or selling, where does it go to after I pick up the phone?
Yeah, so that's really good. So when the clients call us, when the leads call us, either they call us from the radio, from newspaper, from online. So we have our it begins with our marketing department. So every month we have about 1,500 to 2,000 leads calling us every month. And then from that, the admin staff, which is you guys here, pick up the phone, right? And what you do, you input it into our CRM, the database. Right. Clients, you ask for their name, email, phone number, which message you call for. Once you put it into our database, then our inside sales team, we have 10 people in our sales team, inside sales team, who's returning the phone call. I think you met Margaret, right. You met Stephanie, you met Grace. I'm not sure if you met Grace and Veronica, because Grace and Veronica only works on Monday to Friday. So in our team, we have 2 shifts. Well, actually we have 3. The first one is Monday to Friday from 8 to 5, and then the second one from all the way till 9 p.m. And then Saturday, Sunday, like what you guys are on Saturday, Sunday. So as far as the from client's perspective, we always returning their phone call Monday to Sunday from 8 in the morning till 9 p.m. Oh, okay. So all they know, we are always, from their perspective, we work 24/7 basically. Okay. Because after 9 p.m., we have our offshore call center that answering the phone midnight. So we have like you, the team staff, that is offshore. That's in Philippines, who's answering our phone call. Thanks. So first, the marketing department generate the leads, right? We have about 1,500 to 2,000 potential buyers or sellers calling our office. You answer the phone, the admin staff answer the phone, and then you input it into our database, and then our inside sales team, there's 10 of them who's returning the phone call. And then when we return the phone call, our inside sales team check their timing and motivation. Meaning, are you planning to make, just because Raquel said, I'm thinking of buying a house, am I thinking of buying a house in the next 3 to 6 months or 3 to 6 years? Right? Once we determine they're looking to buy now, and they're ready, willing, and able and qualified to buy, then our inside sales team book the appointments to our outside sales team.
Which are the agents, right? The
agents, correct.
Oh, okay.
So now our outside sales team, I think today you met Richard. I don't know who else have you met here in the past couple of days.
8 people. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe remember that. There's about 70 now. We have about 70 people within in the outside sales team, which is my partners, right? Because I say, hey, so like here, Richard's gonna meet. So let's say Stephanie is the one who's booked the appointments, check the timing and motivation, and then book the appointments, and then Richard show up. Richard's gonna show up, say, hey, my name is Richard, I'm Rudy's partner. Now that's a good question, because most people think we refer it out to an outside agent. This is not an outside agent. This is my partner. Richard is my partner. He and I. So the way our team system works, it's kind of like a franchise prototype. Franchise prototype means if you go to McDonald's here in Alhambra and you go to McDonald's in Santa Monica, you order combo number 1, guess what's come out? The same combo number 1. The same thing here. Okay. So each one of my partners, we are all following the same system. We are delivering the same quality service to the clients. Okay. Now once they meet with Richard, Richard's gonna check to see if they're ready now. Right?
It's a great day here.
And once it's now, then Richard is gonna book the appointment, start showing homes. Now the difference between our team and the traditional real estate brokerage, we give access to our clients homes that they themselves cannot find online.
Oh, so that's so if like a typical other real estate agents won't be able to have that access, only you guys have, is that?
The typical traditional real estate agents, they only show homes that's already on the multiple listing service. So the MLS is a software that real estate agents use to put all the homes in it. So these are homes that you yourself can find on Zillow, Realtor.com. So that's why most buyers don't see a value in real estate agents, because they think, I can find homes this myself.
Yeah.
The normal buyers think they're using a real estate agent just as a way to open the doors. If you're a real estate agent, I'm a normal buyer, I call you just because I don't have access to the house. What we offer to our clients here, our VIP buyers clients, is that, hey, when you hire our team,
You get like the best, and you get exclusive deals, you're saying?
you get
right?
exclusive proprietary information, homes, access to homes that you yourself cannot find online.
Oh, okay.
That's for the buyers. For somebody who's thinking of selling their home, sometimes when you receive inbound call, you hear somebody who's thinking of selling their home. Well, for you, actually, you just take their name and stuff.
Right.
You don't really care. But then just for your own understanding, so you know like what's the steps here. We have over 25,000 buyers in our database who's looking to buy homes in the area. Imagine you're thinking of selling your, is this your cell phone?
Yes.
Let's say you're thinking of selling your cell phone.
Right.
What happened within the first week, if I expose this cell phone to potential 25,000 people who's thinking of buying a cell phone just like this, what happened to the price of the cell phone? If there's multiple offers, people looking to buy this one cell phone,
Competitive, right?
do you think the price of this going to go up or
Of
no?
course it's gonna go up because
Do you-
people want it, right?
Correct. It's a simple supply and demand. Now, most traditional real estate agents, when you're thinking of selling your home, when they hire an agent, what they do, because they don't have the buyers,
They market it, right?
correct. They put up for sale sign that they advertise their home looking for buyers.
Thank you.
See, it's not that we don't do advertising. If you Google our team, we are like all over. But then in addition to exposing the home to new potential buyers, we already have over 25,000 buyers in waiting in our database looking to buy homes. Now, from your perspective, how do you know 25,000? Where does this number come from? You have access to our database, right?
Right. The lead.
Can you see when you hit it, you can see total in our database. How many? Can you look it up, Raquel? So you know what I'm talking about. This is all, hopefully all this becoming makes sense, right?
Right.
Click on Launchpad here. And you can see how many everything total. Year to date, not year to date, I guess everything. Scroll down a little bit.
That is everything.
That's yesterday. That's last 30 days. What about year to date? Does it make sense? Buyers want homes, so we give them access to homes that they cannot find online. Sellers, if you're thinking of selling your cell phone, what are you looking for? Let's say buyers. That's it. See, in real estate, most real estate agents just give bullshit nonsense. Meaning, oh, you hire me, I'm going to advertise. Imagine if you're thinking of selling your cell phone and you hire the #1 cell phone salesperson. All they do, they advertise your cell phone on a newspaper.
Right. And you could basically do that.
You can do it yourself.
Right.
That's the problem. That's why most real estate agents, they wonder why the homeowners don't see value in their service. Because most real estate agents only positioning themselves as the guy to, hey, rather than, basically they're positioning themselves just as a filter. Meaning, rather than if you advertise yourself trying to sell your cell phone, you're going to get bombarded with all many calls. So I'll be the in between.
Right, like a liaison.
Yeah.
Right.
So how much are you willing to pay for stuff like that? Not much.
Right.
You can just pay anybody, just as a filtering system. And then they're gonna, of course, say, well, when you hire me, I'm gonna do disclosure. Well, that's everybody else, and do that. So our biggest strength, our point of difference is that. And then we back it up with our performance guarantee, which means that, hey, if you hire our team, and if you don't sell your home within a certain period of time, within certain price, I will buy your home. Meaning, right? That's why it says your home sold guarantee, I'll buy it. Versus our competitors, if I promise to sell you my cell phone, But if I don't sell you the cell phone, then what happened? Well, then nothing happened. Then here, your cell phone back to you. Right? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Right? So what you do is so critical because you are not just answering the phone. You as the admin team on the Saturday, Sunday, your role is not just answering the telephone. If you, let's say you messed up. Let's say you don't properly ask the name, email, and phone numbers and input it in the database. Guess what happened? The moment the potential buyers walk away, who's going to help them?
Another team.
Right?
Another agency.
Do you think the other team giving them access to homes, including homes that they cannot find on the internet? Right? So you see what's the problem here, right? So every person that you let go, if you are not responsible as to how to answer the telephone, then you are actually cheating those people. Does it make sense? Because now they work with the lesser agent. Lesser agent means now if they're looking to buy, now all the other agents do, they only give them access to homes that they themselves already find online. Does it make sense? Yeah. So it seems like what you are doing is simple, but it's actually so critical. It sets the tone moving forward, right?
So how do you find access, like how do you get I guess like the seller, like the property that are not online, like how did you get access to that?
That's a good question. So now think about it. We are on 2 Chinese radio stations, we are on 2 Spanish radio stations, we are on 2 English, we are on 6 radio stations. People are calling us thinking of selling their home. Right? So now when the people who's thinking of selling their home call us first, it takes time to get the homes ready. Sometimes we are still in conversation. Same thing, it's not just from the radio, from the newspaper and stuff.
It's a great day here at Remax IT.
Does it make sense? So now we build a database. In fact, if you click here, you click on sellers and you can see the list. Click on leads. Where is the leads?
Leads are right here.
Yeah. And then click on Rudy sellers. Labels.
Labels.
Okay, so how many now?
There's
1,297. 1,297 people who's thinking of selling their home. You see this? These homes are not available anywhere. This is only in our database. So when somebody called thinking of selling their, buying their home, somebody called thinking of buying a home, in addition to homes that's available online, we have an additional thousands of home sellers who raise their hand, who call us saying, hey, I'm thinking of selling my home. Do you see? We're acting like a matchmaker. Right? Okay. And the same thing with the buyers. I mean, same thing with the sellers. When they raise their hand thinking of selling their home, what do?
We find a buyer for them.
We do a search and match analysis to the buyers that we already have, over 25,000 buyers that we have in our database.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your first week orientation and stuff. And then another thing, we are getting you the uniform and stuff like that, right? So we want to make sure. So here, the dress code in the team. Sorry, it's a little bit off topic. We'll come back to your question here. I just get a little bit distracted.
No problem.
The dress code, either business casual or wear the uniform, kind of like what Michelle and Stefan is doing. Okay. Michelle, can we make sure Sarah and Raquel here either have the make sure you get 2 sets?
Yes.
Yes. And our
actually, I mentioned on the group page, and they said that I need to finish like at least 3-month probation before I get the uniform.
Okay. Yes. So our COO, Lex, right? I think the one who running this. I think she's watching this. Make sure, hey Lex, it's okay. We're gonna make sure Sarah and Raquel here. You know, it's okay. Just get the uniforms. You know what I mean? Because we want to make sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not like nothing wrong with it. It looks comfortable. It's cold. I know, right? It's cold. I feel warm, but I don't know. I just walk in from the outside. What else? Because I want you guys to understand what you are doing is you are not just answering the telephone. What you are doing, you are changing that family's life. Think about it. You are part of it. Because if you let that go, see, most real estate agents, when they call most for sale sign, and they are asking about 123 Main Street, do you know what most real estate agents do? They give the answer. Hey, how much is 123 Main Street? They say, oh, it's 500,000. What do you think that caller's gonna say next? well, okay, the house is too big, too small, too expensive, whatever.
Right.
Just when they call looking to buy homes in a certain area, that house may or may not match their criteria. That's the reason why we gather the information and then we do a search and match within our database homes that match their criteria so we can offer them another home. Does it make sense?
Right. Give them like alternatives and choices.
Yes.
Right.
Most real estate agents, they're thinking like a salesperson. They're trying to sell that one house. They're not thinking about what's best for the clients. Does it make sense? Do you know? That's the reason why when people call here, we always take their information first.
Yeah. Yes.
That is in order to help them. You know, just like if you're a doctor. If you're a doctor, you have a patient walking in here and says, well, I have headache here. You don't start cracking their brain up and performing brain surgery right there on the spot. You got to find out what the heck happened here. But most real estate agents act like that. Complete strangers calling in here, how much the house? 500,000. Okay, thank you, and then they go. It's like you're a doctor, you start performing surgery without proper assessing. Yeah, it's crazy, huh? But you see how you fit into the bigger picture. And then towards the end, in the middle, while they're working with one of our partners here, then we have our customer service managers. I think you met Rachel last week.
Right. Yes.
What Rachel does is she calls our existing clients to make sure, we do an autopsy call to make sure that the client's actually happy with our service. Meaning, hey, you came here last couple of days ago, you're working with one of our partners, Richard. Did Richard show you homes? If they are not happy, then then our customer service manager will make sure. So we are proactively engaging the clients. We don't just wait here until the people
come to you.
Complain.
Right.
And then I think that's the end, because that's the customer service. Then our partner showing homes. After they finish showing homes, then it goes to our TC department. Meaning, once they found their dream home, then we open escrow. Escrow is a third new party who the buyers and sellers put their contract in, right? So once they're in agreement, then our TC team, we have 4 people in our TC team. I'm not sure if you met Anna, Katarina, Mary. Yeah, those are, because they work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. Yeah. And what they do, while the property is in escrow, then that's when they start processing the files.
Okay.
So when we talk about our team system, we talk about each individual person have a specific role in the sale of a home. So when the clients hire us to sell their home, they are not just hiring one person.
They're hiring a team.
Number one, they get me and my partners, because whoever, either Richard or Kyle, whoever assigned at the time, right? They get 2 people for sure, my partner and I. And then they get the rest of the support staff. It's like you pay 1 and you get 7. Right? And the reason we work in a team models, the team system, by now you can see, the team system free up our time so you can do more.